Saturday morning. It's almost actually 11. I slept in till 9:30 today, which was nice. I haven't been able to sleep in for like a week. And yeah, I last night decided I would like to start recording little updates throughout the day and in a very low effort way to stitch them all together at the end of the day and post them. I don't know if the yo-yo trick practice stuff will be in these or not. I kind of think I should just put everything in, old vlogging style. I need to clean my room. It's gotten pretty messy. There's a bunch of dishes on my table from where I've been too lazy to walk them over to the sink and rinse them. There's a laundry basket that needs to be folded. I need to make my bed. Yeah, and I need to take pictures of some Pokemon cards and list them. One of the things that I'm not sure how to do yet, or how I want to handle it yet, is I use my phone to take the pictures of the cards, and I thought it would be interesting to like record a time lapse of doing the work and then maybe a screen recording of the work on the computer, but I'm not 100% sure how I want to handle that because I would need to use a second camera. And I have the GoPro of my parents that I could use, but yeah, that's extra work at the end of the day and waiting for things to import that I'm not sure I want to add. I want to keep this as simple as possible so it actually happens, even if they are really shitty videos. So yeah, I'm gonna spruce up, I guess. I don't know if I really want to record myself cleaning my room. I could. I don't know. Work, I just remembered I have an iPad and I have a iPad holding thing, so I've mounted it up, which I can show you. And I'm going to set the phone on my little prototype photo studio. This is for taking pictures of Pokemon cards. And what I normally do is I aim the phone through here, which then I can slide around. I've got this weird L-shaped hole here, and I can slide the phone around until you can kind of see it on there. There's a piece of cardboard that I set the cards on, and it doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be in the middle, because the Pokemon card tool I made automatically finds the corners and straightens it and skews it and all that. There's something on the lens. This is microfiber. Alright, well, I'm gonna shut up and do the work now. And I accidentally took 2 pictures, so I'm gonna delete one of them. think that one's my favorite. All of these cards have this reverse hollow thing going on. It's kind of hard to see on the snivvies, but like on the Growlithe you can kind of see it. I think it's really cool. They all have it. And yeah, I don't actually know what set this is from. It's RC25, but I'll find out once the app identifies all the cards. Now I need to airdrop these onto the MacBook and then process them. So let me get OBS, Open Broadcast Studio, going so that I can record my screen, and I suppose I can reorient this tablet so it's aimed in that direction as well. So give me a second to transition and then we'll continue working. Add photos. So the first thing I do is I go into the Photos app, go to Today, select, I highlight all the cards I just took pictures of, tap here, go to AirDrop. We're going to use the MacBook. This will take a minute for some reason. Even though they were just on here, it has to like re-download them. And normally I would plug the phone into the computer to make it go faster, but well, I guess I could steal the charging cable, assuming this is a data cable. Sometimes it speeds up the process. But anyways, the iPad's plugged in right now, so normally I would use that cable for this. Preparing. Spend all our time preparing. I need zip finder. Going to go to downloads. This is a mess. It's halfway done preparing. Halfway there. It's 3/4 of the way. This is like the most work I have to do at the moment. Well, aside from confirming the card condition. I suppose I could scoot these over so you can see them. I'm over here for them. All right, there it goes. Using wired connection. It's on the computer. And we're going to make a new folder with today's date. 05/09. And then going to right click, copy, back, paste, import. That will automatically import all of the cards. Plug the laptop back in so it doesn't die. We can shut this. Don't need that anymore. And yeah, the first step is to detect the corners. And I have automation auto run next steps checked. What that's going to do is, so two things. Yesterday I attempted to improve the use of the system by simplifying where the buttons are. So something might be broken, and if I have to fix it, then I'll hop over here to Visual Studio Code and I'll explain the issue and have it fix it. But for now, we'll just go into hope that it's still working. So detect corners. Normally by now, it would be done detecting corners. So I think something's awry. No? There it goes. Just was hung up for some reason. Maybe it doesn't like that I'm screen capturing at the same time. We're just going to assume everything is working fine until we know otherwise. Now it is warping the cards flat. After this, it will crop them to squares, because squares just look better on eBay. If you have a portrait, it like shrinks it down really hard to see. If you have a square, it basically keeps it the same size. And if you have landscape, it's just really tiny. Now it's attempting to identify the cards. It is taking the crop of the card, it's hashing it, and then it's comparing it to all the hashed images of cards that we have. You can see it says it's matching so far. Looks like everything did it successfully. And now it is attempting to do the card condition, which is its weakest skill. So I will be coming in to manually check the conditions of the cards. It's taking a while to load. There we go. So the first thing I do is I de-sleeve the card and I check the back. The back's usually the fastest giveaway of damage. At a glance, I'd say played. I don't see any creases. Front of the card looks good. Still no creases, no scratches. Probably okay to go with played. What did it say it was? It predicted it was played with a 66.6 level of confidence. So now hit enter to go to the next card. I'll check the back first because it's the fastest way to know something's wrong. A little bit of edge wear. Smallest amount of a binder ring ding, but not so bad that it would go from played to damaged. So I'm going to leave this one as played. Or is it Growlithe? This one is damaged and it thought it was played. The reason I picked this one being damaged over not. Can I zoom in? There we go. There's a little crease right there. So that will be important in future trainings. I press 3 to switch it to damaged, I hit enter to save it, and I move on to the next card. The next Growlithe. No obvious bends or creases, dents, a little bit of edge wear. You can kind of see that in the pictures. I have this light on up here so I can like catch the reflection and see if there's any really bad scratches or bleed through or anything like that. I would say it's played. Confirm. It thinks this one's damaged. Let's see if it's correct. I don't see what would make it not played. Let's check the front. I'm going to switch this from damaged to played. Wow, we have a lot of thinks this one's damaged as well. Must be something about the reverse hollow that's causing it to think it's damaged. This one looks fine to me too. Yeah, it's fine. So back to played. The only way that I would say it was near mint is if it didn't have these little white spots here in the corners. Those little white spots, and you can see where it has some scuffing from sliding in and out of stuff. Probably a binder or something. But yeah, this one's played, it's not damaged. That was number 6. So confirm played. Orchik. This one is damaged. It's very difficult to see in the pictures, but right here, just above the white area, there's a slight bend or crease. And you can see it from the front as well. It's right here. You can barely see that shadow right there, but that's the bend and crease. So we're going to switch this to damaged. Thinks this one's played. So far, so good. Still some whitening on the edges, so it can't be near mint. I don't see any bends, creases, scratches, so we'll keep it played. Piplup. Has a teeny tiny little ding on the bottom left of the back, or the front right bottom. Not enough for me to say it's damaged, though. It's very tiny and hard to see. If it doesn't detract from the overall appearance of the card, and there's not an obvious crease, it's just the slightest, hard to find damage, I'm more inclined to call this played, because otherwise the card's overall in great condition. So we're going to switch that to played. Pikachu. That one looks pretty good. Tiniest bit of edge wear going on. Overall, I would go with played. So now that we are done with that part of the process, we're going to go back to the batch detail page. And we need to go to pricing and API offers. This will generate the list of cards. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to go back to the batch. Back to batch detail. One thing I haven't added as a streamlined piece of the process yet is marking the cards as reverse hollow. Like, it's in the process, but it's not at an appropriate place. Anyways, these are all reverse hollow, so I need to break this for me. There we go, reverse hollow, enter. We're just going to do this for all of them. It's very laggy right now. There's probably something we could do to improve that. And something else I'd like to do is if all, like I would like to be able to check all the cards that I want to label, and then I could add this reverse hollow tag to everything really quickly. But for now, a small bit of lag is just a minor annoyance, and there's only 10 cards anyway, so it should be okay. There's the last one. Save. All right, now let's go back to the pricing API offers. It'll generate the list of items. I'm going to make sure that none of them exceed the 80 characters. This one did. We'll get rid of uncommon so it fits better. Damaged. That one did as well. We'll get rid of the uncommon. Yeah, a lot of these actually exceeded it. So I did this one. A lot of the times when people are searching for a card, they don't always put the common, uncommon, rare, reverse hollow, rare, full art. They just search for the card and its number. So it's okay to remove how rare the card is. Although that one's actually just at the limit, so we can leave that as is. What about this one? Needs one more letter. And I do add reverse hollow to these names because it helps for the recent comps check to have reverse hollow in the item title. All right, so now that those are fixed, we will do a fetch sold comps for all rows. Give it a second to open up. Assuming this works, this step keeps on busting, but what's supposed to happen is it's waiting for Chrome to launch. Once it's confirmed that it's launched, it will do an eBay search for the card I'm looking for. Spinning our wheels right now. Pardon our interruption. All right, now it's going to go through each card. It, for some reason, even though there are results, doesn't think that that's the right card. So it's going to adjust what it has just searched for. It should. Let's pop back over here to see. Still trying. No progress yet. So this is what I'm talking about. It'll get stuck on stuff, and then I go over to Codex and I get it fixed. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not deciding that this is the right card. Maybe because all of mine have a wrong number in there, RC25. We'll let this finish, and then I'm going to change the number to RC25. 25 and see if that fixes it. I wasn't paying great attention. See, all these say 113. So it's really struggling to find the card because it searches to make sure that the name matches and the number matches. One thing I would like is a way to cancel the comp check while it's in progress so that if I do notice an issue like this, or I wasn't paying good enough attention because I was trying to talk my way through it, that we'll be able to stop it and restart it. Yeah, it's really struggling. And there's more than one of these cards. So, yeah, there is no cancel button yet. On the eBay listing generator page. Eh, this is going to be annoying, isn't it? Run, resend, check, and right, okay. All right, we're going to just force this thing to shut down really quick. I'm going to try this. Quit out. Stop. It might not actually stop because I thought I could just hit Control C to stop it. So force shut down the app, please. It's. I just realized I wanted to show what I'm working on today, and unfortunately that means that I have to show you me working on the video that you're watching right now. Yeah, this is taking a while. I haven't done this switcher thing in a long time, and this isn't about yo-yoing, so I don't like naturally just want to sit here and like pick the exactly perfect cut. I'm trying to like keep it interesting, but also like show what I'm talking about, or when I'm being vague or not too focused on what's going on the screen, cut into me talking to the camera. It's very strange. And why I'm interrupting it right now, I don't really know. I just wanted to be like, hey, this is what I've been doing since I stopped. I fixed the problem, but I guess, oh, spoiler alert. Annoying. Fine. And three seconds. All right. Let's see if Codex can do this for us. It's got to stop it from running. That charge. While we're waiting on this, I'm going to go ahead and write down the batch number. Oh, and since I don't actually need to look at the cards anymore, I'll go ahead and stick them in the boxes of cards so I don't lose them. Go check on codecs. It's doing the work. Close this thing. Confirm that it is done. Yep. So once this is done doing its work, I will restart the application. Prototyping's fun. Probably shut down the homeschool tool. That might help. Computer really heats up when I'm doing this stuff. While waiting, let's check on our page. Not bad. Okay, it thinks it is done, so we shall. Let me just refresh this just in case. Okay, good. It didn't auto launch it. We shall launch the app again. 3 weeks later, there we go. Force refresh. So here's the one thing that I need to fix on this batch. I want all of these to say RC25, which may cause me a little bit of pain because some of these were 80 long exactly. I wish there was just a search and replace for browser. That would make my life a little easier. Plus, I'm using this really crappy mouse, so it just kind of jumps around. Jump up, and get down. This one will be a problem. Really? You're annoying me. I wonder if there's really 113 cards in this set, or if that's just a glitch. Get rid of common. Okay, now that we've fixed that, let's try the cards again. And it might not like that I didn't do force refresh comps since it canceled. There's our cancel button. I'm not going to test it yet unless there's an error that we need to fix. Yes, check my browser. There's a person here. See, the mouse is moving like a human. Ha 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 ha. It still doesn't like that. Well, now it should. It's not searching for what I put in. See? It doesn't have the right number. Let's go ahead and cancel it and ask about that. Will that work? Did it work? How am I supposed to know if it worked? It didn't work. Well, at least we get to test out that new function. Obviously not working. And I'm curious why it's pulling the card number from. It's probably pulling it from the master library. Legendary treasures. So maybe we need to, once it's fixed this issue, have it go and update that from 113 to RC. We will see. This is taking a lot longer than it normally would. But this is the first time I've used these fancy cards, so every so often when you've got a new process, it causes issues. I'm also stopping the current running old app process because it cannot pick up this fix. What are you talking about? I force refreshed it. Stronger. It's never over. Okay, Chrome closed. Now, since I have to explain what's occurring, I'm going to have it come up with a plan for a fix because this is slightly annoying. I don't want it to work. I guess I can start typing it. Check. I noticed that it's searching for the card name, card number, usual, but for some reason, this card's this that's number is showing at 3 when it's supposed to be RC31, RC25, I mean, RC25 title. Anyway, updated then um 3 to C25 before doing the comp check again, but I think the eBay search sets number instead of the title. This is okay, but it's causing check to fail. results of scripts since the set number doesn't use figure out the best way to resolve this issue. So we correct set with system try to put that title. I'm going to switch it to plan mode. That basically forces it to look through all the scripts and figure out what the best way of doing this is. And then once it proposes a plan and maybe asks me a few follow-up questions about it, I can approve the plan. So now it's working. I'll inspect how the listing generator builds comp queries and validates sold result matches, then trace where that 113 card number is coming from. After that, I'll propose the brittle fix. I found the critical behavior. Comp querying and sold results filtering both use field card number, not the manually edited title, unless the card number is blank. The parser then rejects the sold listings when their title does not contain the target number, so a bad library number can make every correct listing look wrong. Yes, we understand that. Bonk. I need to get a wall mount light and stop using the stand, because anytime I move my chair, the wheels bump the stand and like smack it in the wall. I'm waiting for it to fracture that glass one day. Not that you can see the glass. I guess I can look at my phone. There's nothing to see because I don't have social media. Let's check on Bitcoin. How you doing today, Bitcoin? You're up a little bit. Although the all-time high this week was 82,512, it looks like. And today we're at 80,805. Not bad. For the past few months, it has been as low as 66,000. So it's recovering. I think the Iran war and supply chain issues and oil issues have caused it to just go. Because when you need money, you sell the thing that's easiest to sell in exchange for money, in exchange for filthy fiat. Fixed rate collection card numbers and eBay comps. Summer. The master library is not the root problem. Legendary treasures. I wanted to read that. Collection cards, library card number is correct, RC1, etc. But the app appends the main set printed total, producing 113 instead of the collector visible subset denominator RC25. Contact your searches for that. Yes or no. And it's apparently fixing it for a few other sets too. Do your thing, girl. Close that. I think I'm going to scroll through here and delete some older Pokemon cards that I've already uploaded. Mine as well. Get rid of those ones. And it's kind of important that I do this because my phone gets loaded up and then I can't edit videos because it's out of space. That said, I could be editing them on my iPad, so I might switch over to doing that in the future. Why are we lagging? Just work. Still working. Hustle while you wait. Syncing paused. Good. Excellent. Delete. Select. Delete. Got a lot of cards built up. And I don't need to keep them because they're all saved in my downloads folder. Which they don't really need to be saved in there. When I import them into the Pokemon card tool, it automatically copies the files. So there's really no need to save them in the download folder once I'm done. But I haven't confirmed that all of the copied ones are actually in the app. I believe they are, and I can confirm it really quickly by going into the files and looking, but I'm just, for some reason, not doing that. So they're adding more usage to my iCloud account. There are so many pictures of caterpillars and cocoons and butterflies. I can't wait to edit the video so I can clear that space again. I think we're at the end of the Pokemon cards. Looks like it. Okay, now I can go back to collections, go to recently deleted, view album, come on, scan my face, select dots, delete all, delete all. Yay! Are you done yet? Just close all this crap. I wonder how much space is on my iPad. It's already been going for 38 minutes, and I guess so has the recording on the computer. Hopefully it doesn't crash. It's the recording. It's still editing. It's doing tests, it looks like. I'll tighten the indentation rather than weaken the tests. Well, only if it fails or exposes a mismatch. Guess I'm done with this. Yeah, so normally this process is most of the time is focused on taking the pictures of the cards, and then the rest of the time is just running it through the system, confirming that I like the prices it suggested, and then hitting go. I do have to sit there and condition check, and I probably shouldn't explore while it's doing it, but the condition models are slowly getting better over time. The only problem is when I was training the models, instead of setting aside a certain amount of cards to use for testing the ability of the model, I was just using all of my pictures to train and test. And you're not supposed to do that. You need to have a certain amount set aside for training and a certain amount set aside for testing. You train it on all your best labeled pictures and you test it on stuff that is labeled but it never has seen before. That way, you know it's not just memorizing the condition of cards, it actually has to learn something in order to improve its abilities. So this thing says it's done, so we're going to quit the app and I'll refresh it to confirm it's quit. And then we'll come back over here and relaunch the app. And then we'll have to force refresh that page once it launches. Okay. And question given here in the way. successfully, success completed before we started running into issues. Do I just use the fetch sold button, or should I use the force refresh prompts? Thanks. There are another word here. Remaining prompts that I can't see. I just want to know before I hit go again. Because the earlier ones use force refresh. Force refresh. Alright, let's force refresh the comps. That'll work this time. There goes Chrome. Here comes the search. Just making sure I'm not a agent. Checking your browser before you access eBay. It's like, why do you care? I mean, sure, if it's spam, there we go, the right numbers there. Yeah, if you're spamming them, then yeah, they're gonna want to block you. But like, say you have an AI agent and it's shopping for you. They really don't want that money? Seems kind of dumb. So this should have worked. Hasn't calculated it yet. But I mean, there are examples. Okay, so it calculated it. Because both of those cards had the same quality, it just applied the price to both of them. Now it's moved on to Growlithe. Wow. Is it really worth 20 bucks? Not bad. So what's the average going to come out to? And that's the damaged ones, right? Where's heavily played? No, that's 80 HP, not heavily played. Near mint. I don't have any near mints. Why don't people ever put the condition of their cards? So what did it come up with for the price? Come on, I'm trying to read. $13. About $4 for these things. 7, 8, 3, 4-ish. So we're working our way through. Struggling with Torchic for some reason. Wonder what it didn't like. Did that work? Come on. I wish it wouldn't force Chrome on top, but I don't think there's any way to stop that from happening. Because like I would like this to work in the background and be able to look at what it's doing as it goes. We're not nope. I wonder what the Pikachu's worth. Yeah, I thought you were. Wow. Would be worth getting it graded if it didn't have that little blemish. So here's another issue. I haven't really listed any cards through here that were worth more than $20, and I have automatically set up to use eBay standard envelope, which you can't do if the card is worth more than $20. So I'm not 100% certain what's going to happen in that situation. It's probably going to error out on that card. I'm just going to accept blindly, mostly blindly, the prices it suggested for these cards because they all looked kind of as an average of what I saw on those pages. So next step, I select all, I create unpublished offers. It's connecting to eBay through my API credentials. It's going to attempt to create unpublished offers. Those are just draft listings basically, but you can't see them on eBay. You can only control them through your app. One was created. The reason it takes a while is not only is it taking all of the like the description, the title, the pricing, and all that, and all of the shipping policies and pricing policies and stuff like that. It also has to upload the images, so it does take a little while. We've got 4 done so far. I think the images are the main speed bump. We're halfway there. I'm waiting to see if it'll fail on Pikachu or not. I think while it's working, I'm going to ask how this set. But it created eBay when a card is entered $10 it use eBay and but did it fail? No, it made them all. But when a card is over $20, it should basically use the what is that called anyways? What is the I'm missing my stuff settings? See my policies, shipping preferences, I guess. Flat shipping. think. I think this is the eBay standard envelope. Oh, can you see things? Cancel. 15 cents per card. What about I think I'll just let it do planning mode. See what happens. And then we'll go ahead and go back to the app. And we're going to try and list them. But I still think that the Pikachu card is going to have issues because it's over the $20. So publish selected offers. Now it's attempting to take them from draft to published. I would like this process I'm doing right now to have like a pop-up that shows its work as it's going. Because right now it's just this line of text right here. So far they're publishing successfully. You know, it's kind of fun as I'll come over here and go to the eBay app and go to my page and go to active and I can watch them show up on here. If I sort it by recently listed, I don't want recently edited, newly listed. It's not showing yet. I wonder if it doesn't show them until it's done, because I thought I could see them as it went. They all succeed. Interesting. I wonder if some of these just renewed and that's why it's being silly. Well, they're all from the 4th. We shouldn't have renewed yet. Okay, why is it saying it succeeded, but I don't see them? Change the order and then change it back. There we go. Now they're showing. I don't see Pikachu. Maybe it's just taking a while to show up. eBay has been having a lot of issues lately, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually here. Pikachu. You can't swipe Pikachu, really? I have a lot of Pikachus, but I don't see what I'm looking for. Okay, let's try RC25. There's Pikachu. What does it say about shipping? Interesting. So it's putting the wrong shipping on here, but I mean, if it sells for the $31.75, I'll just eat the $3 extra it's going to cost to ship it, I guess. But I would like to be able to. People will not automatically switch this for you for the policy currently selected. Your active fulfillment policy is Pokemon card singles. So if the app creates that using policy, you guys still need to use standard policy. Switch policy. So something like no, it looks that's added did about that curious about the 20 shipping accept if they reach stop there. Yeah. This is the place to do it or not. All right, well, we've got the general idea of what I'm working on now. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recordings just because otherwise these are going to be super long. And I guess I'll see you in a little bit when I do something else. Bye. Well, I was able to create a brand new shipping policy for cards over $20, and it's currently working on implementing that into our setup. There's only one card over $20 right now, so I don't know how big of a important update this is, but I mean, if there are other cards in my collection worth more than 20, I would like them to have the correct shipping done, so yeah. Well, it's 4:40. I finally finished editing that segment. That took forever. I hope it's not too boring, but it basically shows you what the process looks like right now. I'm gonna go take my shower because I haven't had one yet today and I feel kind of gross because I've just been sitting here working all day. So I don't really know what I'll be doing that you'll be seeing next. Probably there will be the yo-yo practice at the end of the day. I'm kind of out of stuff I need to do at this point. So we'll see what happens, I guess. See you in a bit. Well, I just got out of the shower. Well, I didn't just get out of the shower. I've been out of it for like 20 minutes, but I so in previous videos in the last week and a half or so, I've talked about an agent I use, and it's an OpenClaw agent, and I haven't been using OpenClaw for about since I said that because it keeps breaking every time I update it. And there's another one out there that everyone seems to be talking about called Hermes. So I downloaded Hermes, I imported all my settings from OpenClaw into it, and I've been messing with it, working with it, trying to see what I can do to have it do work for me. Like, an idea I had was I take all the pictures of the Pokemon cards, I put them in a directory like I would have done earlier in the video, and then I go, hey, I call my Hermes agent Dawkins. Hey, Dawkins, here's the new folder for pictures of cards today. Go ahead and run them through the Pokemon card tool and get them listed. And I want it to like go through all the steps that I showed in the video, minus where I was fixing broken stuff. and I would like it to just go until the cards are listed. And if there happens to be any errors or something like that, then it works on the errors, or it lets me know there's an error so that I can switch over to VS Code and fix it. And yeah, aside from that, while that's doing its work right now, and it just popped up that it has a message for me, so I'll hurry up. I've been watching the Harry Potter movies from yesterday to today. I started with Order of the Phoenix because that's what I've been reading to my kids, and today I'm watching The Half-Blood Prince. And sorry, I'm approving something on the computer for my agent. Needs my fingerprint. So yeah, I'm watching The Half-Blood Prince, and I'm listening to the background music, and it's kind of flute-like. And I just realized it sounds a lot like The Secret Garden, which may or may not be a reference that they pulled, but it really sounds like The Secret Garden, especially when Snape has cornered Malfoy and he's confronting him about Katie Bell being hexed. Interesting. Never thought about it that way. All right, I gotta focus on getting the agent the tools it needs. I'm actually giving it access to my YouTube account right now because I thought that would be hilarious. Watch it delete all my content. Hi. So this is what I sent last. Okay, so I got you into the Google Cloud credentials page. Continue working and let me know when you hit a dead end again. So what's going on right now is for my Hermes agent Dawkins, and I'm going to just start calling it Dawkins for now on. When Dawkins needs access to something, usually I have to step in and help get that access because of, well, security reasons. But anyhow, I want it to be able to access my YouTube channel data so that it can help me pinpoint things that people actually want me to talk about or the kind of content that needs to be done. It's actually doing some right now, but you can't see it. So yeah, I guess I'll just keep recording updates as we go. Sorry I paused because the kids' mom sent me pictures of Willow being super cute. Okay, well, it's still working, trying to do something, and it is controlling Safari on my computer, so once it tells me to, I guess I'm going to enter an app information, app name, and user support email, and then click next, unless it can do it for me. Yeah, it started doing it for me. It says Hermes YouTube Analytics. I wonder what it'll put for my email, or if I'll have to put in my own email, or if it's smart enough to do it for me. We shall see. I would screen capture this, but there's a high risk that it's going to just show things it shouldn't. It's putting my email in the box. And yeah, I don't want to like accidentally leak my credentials because I already get these almost daily tap here to log into your Microsoft account bullshit. And I don't know what the hell is going on with that. I assume someone guessed that my email address could be a Microsoft account, and they're trying to send the login notification enough, because you can literally log in without a password if you have the Microsoft app on your phone, and you just open the app, you tap one of the numbers that it tells you need to tap on to get in, and you have access to their Microsoft account. All right, now it's going through the audience stuff. Anyways, I don't want to add more fuel to that fire. I mean, talking about it's bad enough. It's doing my contact info. This is really neat. I mean, it's a little slow. I would have expected it to just go pop, 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 pop right through everything because it's just filling in text fields. But it's like confirming things as it goes. It's basically got a script that it's running. Safari email enter.app. And it wants to record this computer screen. Yeah, go for it. I have to approve that. So right now, it will have access to record my screen so that it can... One sec, I gotta log in. So that it can confirm its work, because it will use OCR and probably some kind of image model. I wonder when it does stuff like that. Okay, it looks like it's recording. Help is moved. OAuth configuration created. It's really weird letting a neural network just have access to your stuff. Application type, what's it going to select? 3 minutes have elapsed. I don't know if it's really been 3 minutes. Looks like it's been 5. Because this message says 5:33 and that says 5:38 and this says 3 minutes elapsed, but that's not true. Right, temporary Safari, click. It opened the drop-down menu. I would record, but it's going to make it impossible for me to keep track of what's going on. I use Telegram to communicate with my agent. There are like terminal interfaces where you can chat with it, but I prefer this. Desktop app, desktop client 1. It may take 5 minutes to a few hours for settings to take effect. Click to create. Client can always be accessed. Here's the ID. I wonder if this is about to freak out because now it has the API secret, and sometimes it's weird about that being communicated. Yes, we want to allow. Sometimes it's weird about letting that information be communicated through the LLM, the large language model. It's still working. Yeah, I don't know how it'll handle this. Like, if I was in a direct chat with it, it would not like me having pasted in secret information. Access blocked. Hermes YouTube Analytics is not. It doesn't like that for some reason. So maybe it can't do this. Help has moved. Still working. I don't like that I saw access is blocked. Maybe Google doesn't want you using agents with their system. Looks like it's going to add a user. I wish I could show you my screen because this is kind of fascinating. Watch me brick my Google account. It's putting in my email address for some reason. I don't know if it saved that or not. It's still going. I don't see anything else yet. Add users popped up again. It keeps on writing to a file and then it runs it through the terminal to click save, add users, click save. I wonder if it's hit a roadblock. It's supposed to alert me when it does. Nothing's happening yet. It's opening a new tab. I'm not going to do anything this time. Last time I clicked on the email address. But maybe it'll do the work itself this time. I just want to know, because it's either supposed to attempt to do the work or it's supposed to tell me, hey, go click on something. And it says it's typing, but that doesn't mean it's actually typing. It could just be doing work in the background that I can't see. And because it's going through the LLM, it's probably actually researching what it should do right now. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and shut this off, and I'll let you know if it succeeds or fails. I don't want to waste too much time, but it had been a while since I had last done some kind of update, and this is what I happen to be working on right now, so there's your update. Okay, I gave you access to the account. Now it says Google hasn't verified this app. You have been given access to an app that's currently being tested. You should only continue if you know the developer that invited you. Continue or back to safety. I'm about to click continue. Alright, let's see if it continues controlling on its own from here. I'll go ahead and do a quick recording. So basically, I want to see if the agent will pick up from here and click those things and hit continue. Hermes YouTube Analytics wants to access your Google account. All right, I'm going to shut this off. Okay, it listened to the message. It's doing Google consent inputs. Google select all scopes. It definitely clicked it. Why does that say slow-mo? I just want to go back to the video function, you stupid thing. Okay, it did something. I'm guessing it clicked continue. It definitely checked all the boxes. Interesting. It's attempting to load. You can see how dirty my screen is. It's sad. I need to get some of those alcohol wipes and clean it off. Alright, well, I'll just let this do its thing. Click continue. This warning is expected because this is your own local testing OAuth app, not a public verified Google app. It's okay in this case because we created the app inside your Google Cloud account. You added yourself as the test user. The requested scopes are read-only. View YouTube account, view YouTube analytics report. I selected the required permissions on the page, but Google may require your physical click on continue. After you click it, I'll grab the return authorization results and verify the API address. So it looks like there's a little loading bar going across the top of that page now, and basically the page is grayed out in a way. I cannot click on anything. I'm just waiting for it to continue to the next page. Let's see what happens. Look at me going, I'm gonna shut this off and stop wasting your time. I gotta stop saying that, because if you're here because you want to see what I'm working on. Pre-flight compression. It has to compress the context of our conversation because we've been talking a while. This may take a moment. Yay. Alright, we'll shut this off for a second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna keep watching Harry Potter until this finishes working, so see you in a bit. I got like 30 seconds into watching, and then it goes and has me logging in again. This time it says the authentication flow has completed. You may close this window. And it's still working, so I guess we'll see what it figures out in a moment. Okay, done. Access is working now. What I completed: created, stored the YouTube OAuth client locally, completed the OAuth flow, saved the local token, enabled the missing YouTube Analytics API in the Google Cloud project, verified both APIs work, verified channel access. Mike Montes. 66,309 views, 408 subscribers, 147 videos. Verified analytics access to. Pulled daily analytics for recent dates, got 27 rows back. Metrics available include views, estimated minutes watched, average view duration, likes, comments, shares, subscribers gained. So we are past the auth/setup stage. I'll just screenshot this. And I can now start pulling videos in analytics and build an analysis of what's working and not working for the yo-yo and vlogging content. All right. That all sounds great. Go ahead and start your analysis, please. Back to watching Harry Potter. What's going on? What's happening? What's up? I guess she wants to go potty outside. You want to go outside? You want to go potty? Hello. What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, she didn't go potty, but I'm making myself a cheeseburger. It just came out of the freezer. Hey, we had 2 cards sell. Yay! Well, while the food heats up, I'm gonna grab these cards and get them ready to ship out. So we need the cards. Go to eBay. And this one is $318.84. $318A. It's a Badoof. And the next card is a Mincino. I think that's how you say it. 323A34. 323A and then 34. There you are. Cool. Alright, now I need to put some sleeves on those. I use top loaders for shipping because they're stiff and rigid and are harder to get accidentally bent while they're in the mail. So there's the Mincino and there's the Badoof. He's a Badoof. Alright, next I need some note paper. Let me adjust the camera. And this. You can see me feel fancy and write the notes down. Woo. I guess I can unplug this. And plug the printer back in because I'll need that. Shut it off. Turn it back on. New tab. Be quiet. eBay. Got our 2 orders. Okay, we'll just stick those over there for later. Move this out of the way. I'm not going to say their names out loud because I don't really need to be doxing my customers. But I'd say thank you, person's name. I hope you enjoy your insert card name, card, exclamation point, smiley face, my name, the date. I like their name. Makes me think of Pet Detective. Badoof. The day is the 9th. Close that for a moment. Grab the Badoof. Stick it in our rigid mailer from eBay. Next we need to grab a label. Hey. I'll go ahead and leave the camera where it's at because then you'll see the label come out barely. Yeah. Buy the label. Wait forever. Put that over here. And instead of just printing the label, I download it. And then I open it. And then I rotate it 180 degrees. And then I print it. Because if I don't, this printer has a couple of dead spots. and it'll create lines through the label. But if I rotate it, those dead spots miss the label, which is neat. I don't know why, but I like putting the label into the edges of the card stock mailer. All right, who's this one going to? Back to orders. This name makes me think of someone from high school. Hope you enjoy the new Chino card. I've already forgotten today's date, the 9th. Delightful. Let's go ahead and grab the label. We buy the shipping label. I put this folded bit of cardstock over the top loader so that if the card tries to come out, it can't, because once I put it in here, there's no way for it to tilt too much in either direction. So the goal is to protect the card while it's in transit without needing to stick a team bag around it, because it feels kind of wasteful to use a team bag on just a single card that's less than a couple of dollars. Okay, and print. Pick the printer. I wish that default actually worked, because I try to get it to print the way it did last time. It never does. I think another reason I do this pressing it into the folds is I think it will help it not fall off on accident. So yeah, got a couple orders ready to go on Monday. We've got another day, but well, yeah, I don't get the kids till Monday. If I had the kids on Sunday, I would just drop these off at the post office on my way to pick them up. But because I don't get them till Monday, I guess these will just go out on Monday morning. Kind of cool. You list a few cards and then you sell a few cards. I don't know why. Seems like that is what makes this work. Listing on a daily basis, and I get sales on an almost daily basis. If I take a few days off, the sales seem to take a few days off. I don't get it, but I think it has something to do with, as you're listing things, eBay boosts your listed items so you get higher impressions and then you actually get sales. I don't have a lot of good evidence for that, but I mean, if you watch, like the days that I know I've listed, you can watch the impressions go up, and when I stop listing, you can watch the impressions go down, and when my impressions are up, I get more sales than when my impressions are down. So yes, it's just a suspicion, and it could just be chance, or it could be some kind of weird circumstantial thing that I just don't understand, but it really does seem like if you post on a daily basis, you get more sales. I don't know if that's true, but a lot of the eBayers whose YouTube channels I've visited talk like it is. So I'm going to go check on my burger now. Sounds like I need to flip it. Okay, that's basically done. So I need to stick one of these in the toaster because they're currently frozen. Cool. I need to clean the toaster. Nice. That needs a second to soak. Time to eat my cheeseburger. I guess I'll watch a little more Harry Potter and have a cheeseburger. I guess the next thing I'll probably do, unless I think of anything in the meantime, is yo-yo practice. So I'll either see you at yo-yo practice or I'll see you when I do something random. I don't have my beanie on yet, but I do want to test the microphone. Maybe I should have it facing this way. Hi, welcome to my tiny microphone show. At the moment, I'm showing both sides of my closet. There's a table in the way, so I might actually yo-yo sideways or at a 40-degree angle, I think that would be. It's not 45, it's a little bit off. Maybe that's a 50-degree angle. I don't know. Yeah. Well, let me yo-yo for a second, and then I'll come and make sure I'm in the shot, and then we can start practice. Let's see how it looks and sounds. I don't know if I want to stop yo-yoing to talk, though. But it could force me to actually practice. I don't know. Okay. Well, it looks good. Sounds okay. I guess I will grab the microphone when I'm ready to talk. Hopefully I don't move it too much because I noticed that if my fingers slide around, it makes weird scratchy noises. But let's get to practicing. Well, I practice the trick every day, but it's been a few days since I recorded because my phone was full to the brim with footage. And if you go and look at the recent uploads, you'll see that I smashed all of week one's videos plus an extra day into a week one video. And now that I've deleted it from my phone, I have 30 gigabytes of space. Well, actually, I only have about 10 right now. I had 30 gigabytes of space, and then I started filling it up with today's vlog. All right, let's get to it. Got pretty far that time. Oh well. We got pretty far that time. Oh well, I'm not going to remember to grab the mic every time. Sometimes I notice when I'm stressing about landing a trick cleanly. So, for instance, this practice session is about throwing it, landing it cleanly, and catching it cleanly. I notice that I hold my breath, and you might notice me going in the middle of a trick. It's because I notice I'm holding my breath, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to pass out. Take a breath. Let's see. We still recording? Looks like it. Okay, so I like the idea of the undercut coming over far on this side and then the slack coming over far on this side. Kind of almost a figure eight motion to it. Unfortunately, I'm still not landing the slack well, but I've noticed that this motion makes it obvious where the slack is. So my hope is that I will begin to be able to target it. We'll see. I think I'm going to give this a couple more minutes. I'm not doing a great job at hitting that initial mount, so probably work on it tomorrow morning or something and hopefully see some improvement by tomorrow night. But I'll keep going a couple more minutes and then we'll finish editing. Woo! Okay. Well, I think that that is as good a place as any to end the practice session. I'm pretty sure that's all I've got going on today. I don't really want to record my screen for a video game or anything at the moment, but I might go play some hyper shot or whatever it's called for a little while. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you liked it, leave a like on it so that I know, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you when I make another one. Bye.